A beautiful tune from LaMontagne. If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do is just reach out and grab it. If you want it, you can have it. All you got to do is just reach right out and grab it. Here we go. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. That little part's not on the lyrics, sorry. Here we go. All you need, you're already on. It was given to you on the day that you were born. Anything your heart can dream, you can make it reality. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power.
All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor. Feel free to cross over to the other aisle. There's some mosquito people on the other side.
Don't be afraid to fall. It's to get back up that's gonna make you strong. God only made one like you. So come on, baby, just do what you were born to do. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child. Step into your power. Step into your power, child.
The Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums, and the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Yay, everybody! All right, go ahead and have a seat. Welcome, welcome, welcome again to Elevate Wednesday. I'm loving that there are clappers and movers in the front row. That is awesome. Yay! And clappers on the 2s and 4s, which is great. So welcome to Elevate Wednesday. I am so delighted that you are here. May I ask, is there anyone here for the first time, whether it's at VTC or on a Wednesday? Look at all these hands in the air. All right, welcome. Everybody else, let's let them know how delighted we are that they're here. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. All right, let's give them a hand. Welcome, welcome everyone, whether you're here in person or tuning in online. So, Elevate. We come together every Wednesday, and normally this would be an Elevate Your Creativity night, but because we just had an epic... Who was here on the weekend for 1, 2, or 3 Amy Steinberg events? How awesome was that? Huh? Oh. Thank you for coming out, and thank you, Amy Steinberg, for coming all the way from North Carolina and loving us up and having us make good with you and cracking us wide open for those of us who were here for the workshop. Tears, heart. Oh my gosh. Anyway, but tonight is Elevate. And so Elevate is our opportunity to come together midweek to get this midweek pick-me-up of spiritual boost, some nourishment, some inspiration. And so we do the same thing that we do on Sunday. We come together to really remember that there's only one thing going on. And it doesn't really matter what you call that thing. It can go by a lot of different names: love, creativity, joy, harmony, peace, beauty, universe, source, the quantum field, God, so many things, right? So many words, but the words are less important than the thing itself. That energy, that divine, creative, energetic flow that is always moving and grooving its way in, through, and as everyone and everything. This is what we are here to celebrate. This is the power that we are here to embrace. And this is the thing that we are here to remind each other and ourselves of, that because there's only this one thing going on, guess what? That thing is who and what we are. And not just a little, not just sometimes on special occasions or like not when we forget sort of thing, but all the time. Not just a little of it, all of it. And what it comes down to, and this is the work that we're constantly leaning into, is how much of that allness, how much of that creativity, how much of that incredible, amazing, dynamic flow and infinite possibilities, how much of that are we willing to and ready to express at any given moment? That's what we're doing every moment of every day. Whether we're aware of it or not, we are choosing. So we're here so that we can remember to choose more consciously, with more intention. Kind of like the meditation quote, right? It's not the fact that you have power, it's what you choose to do with it. And more importantly, when it comes to new thought, what you choose to do as it. So how does that sound on a Wednesday evening here at VTC? Fantastic. So let us also remember where it is that we are remembering who and what we are, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at a quote that you can find on the Songhees website about strength, integrity, and vision, they talk about how they are the keepers of the spirit of their ancestors and of the generations to come. And so I see this as a very correlative invitation, declaration, and even sort of like action step, call to action for all of us to really, really remember who and what we are, that we are the ones that decide from moment to moment to moment to moment how much of the spirit, power, essence, love, God, whatever it is that you want to call it, how much of it we want to embody from moment to moment, because we're the ones who get to decide. Everything that has come before, everything that is yet to come, we choose. Nobody else chooses for us. So it's ours to choose with more intention, with more meaning, with more purpose, with strength, integrity, and vision. And so grateful to have this call to action, this invitation, and this reminder, and so grateful to be able to work and live and breathe and play and co-create on these lands that have been so beautifully revered and stewarded for so long. Haishka. All right, so now we're moving into a reflective tune with the Elevate Trio. And for people who are here for the first time, I'm just going to invite you, if you feel like you would like to express your appreciation at the end of this tune, in order to keep the magic going and the vibe that is lingering, just do so like this, because I'm going to go into an opening blessing immediately after. And then after that's done, you can clap your hands. Okay? Thank you. So taking just a few moments to revel in the lingering vibrations and resonance of that musical gift. Noticing what is happening in the body. Noticing how we're being stirred and activated at the cellular level. Noticing that what is being stirred is something that is always there, always present, readily available to tune into, to lean on, to embrace and further embody. And call it whatever you will, but this power, this presence, this profundity, not only is it always present, but it is who and what we are. And so as we are enlivened and empowered by the beauty and the harmony and the melody of this tune, by the beauty that surrounds us in the art on the walls, the lights twinkling in the window, I am so grateful to know that all of it, this one dynamic, energetic flow, is pure love expressing. And so as we open ourselves up from one moment to the next, from one breath to the next, I'm so grateful to know that whatever it is that is present is but a drop in the proverbial ocean, because there is always so much more. So as we move through the rest of our time together tonight, as we close out this month of power, I am so eternally grateful for the evolution, the enthusiasm of this community as we build together one experience at a time, as we live life lovingly together, one thought, one breath, one word, one deed, one conversation, one exchange at a time. So for all the love that is here right now, for all the love that is yet to come, I simply say thank you. Basking in it all, right here, right now, the only moment of power. So I release, I let go, I bask, and I glow in gratitude and joy and celebration, and so it is. And so, transitioning ever so slightly out of this blissful state, if you would like to break that spell and show your appreciation and gratitude for the band, please do so. Thank you, Pablo. That was gorgeous. So beautiful. He arranges every single time. It's the Pablo arrangement, whatever it is. What a gift. Thank you. Every Wednesday. And speaking of, it was such a crazy, full, rich week leading up to this Amy Steinberg weekend. I did not have a chance to thank you guys. I talked to Kelby a little bit, but did not to thank you guys for last week. last week's Elevate first anniversary party, who was here for that? Okay, was epic. I sang. I'm singing it tonight. But you guys got to play more music, which was such a treat for us. So thank you. It was just such an amazing way to celebrate. We love having you guys here. Thank you. Let's give these guys a hand, please. Yes. Pablo Cardenas, Peter Dowse, Kelby MacNayr. It was the first Elevate anniversary. So Elevate started on November 22nd last year. These guys, we're having our first anniversary with these guys in February. That's going to be an even bigger party, but more to come. Anyway, okay, so moving into our last day of power here at VTC with Elevate. So our monthly theme has been power, and the affirmation to help us kind of lean into that concept is the point of power of my life is right here, right now. I can already hear some people saying it, so you know what? Stand on up. We're going to declare and affirm this together. So feet, kind of like a superhero pose, right? Feet like hip width apart, like chest and heart open, right on. Let these words land where they may. Just give yourself a moment to really feel what it is that power means and looks like for you right now and what it can look like going forward. And then deep breath in, and we're going to declare this together with enthusiasm. Here we go. The point of power of my life is right here, right now. Let's do that one more time. I know you guys have more in you, okay? All right, shake that one off, all right? Okay, here we go. Ready? Deep breath in. The point of power of my life is right here, right now. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Give yourselves a hand. That was great. And go ahead and sit down. All right. And so now is the time when we get to have a share or two about what power is feeling like and looking like. This is twisted slightly or caught. But anyway, so who would like to be the first person to share maybe what's happened this month as you leaned into the theme of power? As you opened up to what that affirmation means, who would like to offer something to the group? The mic is right here. Dale, thank you. This is Dale, everybody.
Do I stand here?
Yeah, you can stand there, yep.
Is this thing on?
It is on, yeah, just hold it closer, yep.
Okay, my whole life I've had mental problems, like my mind has been in a state of confusion and stuff like that. The last 6 weeks I've been on a no sugar diet, no bread diet, and I'm getting my sanity back. So the world looks kind of comprehensible to me now. And I'm starting to get way better at my art and my music and everything like that. And the power thing is to stop the old habit of always rushing and worrying that I'm not doing enough or whatever, like to keep up to the confusion that used to be in my head all the time, and it's still there to a degree. Yeah. So I'm learning how to just, what's the word? Just kind of not be afraid just to be myself, I guess, and just to not jump all the time to things, you know? Yeah. Because that's how I survived, was by jumping.
Yeah, love that. Thank you very, very much. First timer, everyone. Okay, so making some pretty big decisions that are impacting you in a very positive way and taking the opportunity to slow down a little bit and really show up more authentically in your art, in your creativity as who you are. That's stepping into your power. Yay, right on. Thank you. Okay, who else would like to add something about power?
I'd like to
Samia.
I'll go back to Amy Steinberg and how powerful it is to be yourself and show your colors. This woman brought joy and happiness and everything, and she even said silly things when she was on the stage that we couldn't believe she really said that. And oh my God, it was amazing. So that was powerful. When people are themselves, and she has an amazing car, by the way, go on Instagram and check her car.
Yep.
Awesome. So power is powerful. Just be yourself. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you. And I would love to add to that, because we are all not only reflections of each other, but we are all unique, original, active, evolving expressions of the one thing that is going on. So when you recognize and really, really dig that thing that was happening when Amy was up here, all of that energy, that enthusiasm, that vibrancy, that authenticity, it would not mean what it does to you if you didn't already have it within you. You're recognizing what already exists in you in someone else. It's just being reflected back to you. Yeah. And you know what? To say that I saw one of your Facebook posts today with some art that you're working on, and it was super cool. So thank you. Leslie.
Well, I had in this meditation today, I started laughing because a voice came to me, like literally a loud voice. So I've been hearing, for the last 2 weeks, I guess, about the power theme, and that feels really comfortable for me. And so in the meditation today, I was, very peaceful, my feet were deep in the earth. And then I remembered the question, and I thought, oh, Lesia is going to ask us to, how do we choose that? So I just opened to reflecting, and I just asked the question of myself. I said, how do I choose to use my power? And that's when the voice came. The voice came, you wrote a book about that called Your True Power. And I started laughing because this afternoon I was unpacking a box of books that I wrote. I wrote this book with 14 of us, 14 women. We wrote this book, and it was about how did we find our true power. And each of us is writing like a personal life story. And then the subtitle is Key to Your Amazing Life. So that didn't even occur to me, like it's right on the point of what we've been doing here. But because we started it during the pandemic, and it got delayed. The ebook got released like 2 years ago, and it made a bestseller, but the hard copy just got released.
Right. Wow.
And yeah, so I just got these. I have this box of, a few books. But I'm so not attached to it that I didn't even connect that.
Right.
So I've written a story about a very deep, intense time in my life where I discovered my true power. And it was here, right? It's in my heart. So anyhow, I heard after, you should say it. Step forth, claim it.
Yeah, congratulations, and thank you for sharing that with the community. Are we going to have a few copies here maybe so that people can check it out?
Well, I didn't even think of that.
All right. Okay.
It was like this voice reminded me.
Yeah. Wow.
So I don't know who the voice is, but...
All right. Okay. So just because we are closing off our month with power here doesn't mean that we still can't lean into this theme and the affirmation and just really remember that the point of power is right here, right now. The present moment is the only moment of true creativity, but there are lots of ways to embrace power. And choice and personal responsibility and reflection. Those are a few key things that help us to really lean into the power that we are, the power that we have, the power that's possible. All right, thank you everyone. Some really good shares. All right, time for the feature tune. More music. Guys, what are we listening to, Kelby?
Well, funny you should ask. This is a tune that came to me when thinking about power and trying to have a little contrast available for maybe our opener and closer. So this one to me is kind of interesting because it speaks to a power that I was looking for in my life this week, which was that sometimes you stand on a mountain and you exclaim your power. And sometimes you recognize that your power is kind of quiet and subtle And maybe it's about not being swept away in the flow. Sometimes it's about taking a little moment for yourself in a quiet way. Or in the case of this song, turning down a dead-end relationship. But that's a metaphor. Anyways, we hope you enjoy. This is a very old tune written by a neat collaboration of some very brilliant musicians. So we hope you enjoy this song called Detour Ahead. Pablo, do you want to maybe play like the last two bars or something? And then just Pablo and I for the first bit, maybe we'll come time on the bridge. Smooth road, clear day, but why am I the only one traveling this way? How strange the road to love should be so easy. Can there be a detour ahead? Wake up, slow down before you crash and break your heart, gullible clown. You fool your head in the wrong direction. Can't you see the detour ahead? The farther you travel, the harder to unravel the web. She spins around you. Turn back while there's time. Can't you see the danger sign? Soft shoulders surround you. Smooth road, clear night. Oh, lucky me that suddenly I saw the light. I'm turning back away from all sorrow. Smooth road, smooth road. No Turn back while there's time. Can't you see the danger sign? Soft shoulders surround you. Smooth road, clear day. Oh, lucky me that suddenly I saw the light. I'm turning back away from all that sorrow. Smooth road, smooth road, no detour. Hey.
The Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on vocals and drums. I'm kind of wishing that I had paid attention to those lyrics more now, because I kind of want to new thought them. But the farther you travel, the harder it is to unravel the web. But to me, I'm like, yeah, you could sort of spin that to be like, the further you go, you can't unsee what you've seen. And so when you're on your spiritual journey and when you are evolving and growing and leaning into, this is who and what I really am, and I can start discarding all of that other stuff that has been getting in the way of me expressing, it's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, or it's just like, it's like a narrative of the cumulative process. So at that
Yeah.
point,
Yes.
it's like, whoa, snap, I get all this.
Yeah, right on. Thank you. Yeah, totally. All right, well, gents, if you want to find a seat in the audience, feel free. All right, what's happening here? There we go. Okay, so I realized that a word has come up a lot that I want to talk about tonight in my talk. And it all came up because of this card that I pulled out of this beautiful oracle deck called Wisdom of the Shadow, Oracle for Self-Discovery, Soul Work, and Transformation. And I picked it up when I was at Unity Village last month for the Affiliated New Thought Network conference. The artwork is exquisite. I could see what the artwork looked like, but I didn't know what the words, the content was going to be like. So I'm like trusting and knowing. So good. So today the card that I picked was reflection. And when I read about it, here's what it says at the very beginning. I am within everything. I am. Everything is within me. The heart is a portal of wisdom. I reflect within, and the wisdom ripples out from me. Spaciousness and freedom come when I see you and choose to reflect within me. And so what I really appreciated about this was, just like every single oracle card, it's an invitation to really go beyond what it is that's happening, beyond what it is that's right in front of my mind or right in front of my eyes or top of mind. It's an invitation to dig deeper, move beyond the relative or the conventional, and to really move into the truth of who I am, to my authentic self. And to let that guide me in every single moment. Let that be sort of the call that I hear, the call that I experience, even when I'm navigating all of the crazy stuff that can sometimes seem to happen in life. So for me, this was an invitation to curiosity. And when becoming curious, you tend to sort of step back a little bit and become more of an observer to what is going on. And that allows us the opportunity to not stay as wrapped up in this web, this entangled web that we might be caught in. We become more curious and we give ourselves the opportunity to not identify and to move beyond what it is that is happening and to even approach what it is that is happening rather than from the circumstances as the truth of who we are. And so this comes down to choice, which is a big thing in New Thought. When we talk about personal responsibility, we are talking about how every single moment is a brand spanking new opportunity to choose. And even though we may not be aware of it, we are choosing all the time. Just about 95% of the time, we're choosing based on something of the past. We're choosing based on something familiar. But about 5% of the time, when we're using our conscious mind, when we might even open up in a visioning state, we're opening ourselves up to the infinite possibilities that we can become, these gazillions of possibilities that we haven't yet experienced. And so this is what this reflection card was inviting me to do today. And it really made me think of the power of choice. So for some of you who've been here before, I talked a little bit about this Quantum Living 101 class that Glenn and I were in that we just finished yesterday. And I'm actually kind of glad because it means that we get our Monday nights back, which is really nice right now to have an evening that is free. And this class was not my favorite because it was more of a foundational class. And the class was not like a 15, 20 people container. It was like 80 people. And so it wasn't as intimate an experience, and there wasn't as much time and opportunity to really just like dig into juicy conversations and really pick things apart. It was very sort of surface level. However, we did talk about a few key concepts that are really important, and one of them is the observer effect. And so does anyone here familiar enough with the observer effect to go like, yeah, I know what that is? Okay, so a few hands are going up. Essentially, this is what it means. In the quantum field, this is a field of potentiality. So this is possibility. This is stuff that is just hanging around, waiting to be observed or paid attention to. And when you pay attention to it, that's how we observe things. We pay attention to something, knowingly or unknowingly, then bam, the wave function of that potentiality collapses into our reality. That's a really, really easy way of describing it. So it's our attention that we pay that ends up being the life that we experience. So it's important to know what it is that we are paying attention to, how it is that we are paying attention, what is it that we are buying with the attention that we are paying. And so reflecting was a really great way to become curious and to go, okay, is this something I want to keep paying attention to, or do I want to choose something different? So the next paragraph for this little card says, since our eyes see what is in front of us, it takes work to be willing to see what is within us. It is easy to judge and blame others, see faults all around us, and point fingers in the direction that we point our eyes. We can get caught in cycles of perceiving others and avoid the work of looking into the mirror and seeing ourselves fully, literally and figuratively. And so how cool it was when Samia mentioned how amazing the weekend was with Amy, how awesome it was to feel Amy's energy, to just be lit up from the inside out, to laugh and to sing and to have a great time, to be brought to tears, to really appreciate all of that authenticity. And the reason that we could appreciate it is because all of those aspects that we enjoyed and appreciated in Amy, we have within us as well. If we didn't, we wouldn't recognize them in her. And so that is an opportunity to help us remember, oh my gosh, that's me. Like I can do that. I have that. Maybe not as like singing at the piano and belting things out the way that she did, but the authenticity, the creativity, the presence of mind, really being in her power. Each and every one of us is that opportunity to do that every single moment of every single day. And every moment we have the opportunity to reflect. Am I doing that? What is it that I'm choosing? What is it that I'm paying attention to? And if I'm not sure, all I have to do is take a look at my life experience, and that's what's going to tell me, right? And if I don't like what's going on, if I want something else, if I would prefer it to be another way, well, guess what? I get to choose something different. Nobody's choosing for me. Nobody's making the decisions. Sometimes it might feel like that. The government, the media, the news, institutions. But ultimately, we are the ones who are deciding how we choose to respond to whatever it is that is happening around us. So going back to the quote that we had in meditation by Roald Dahl, having power is not nearly as important as what you choose to do with it, right? And so the talk title for today is The Power of Reflection. And I thought this was such a cool picture because if you take a look at it, you realize that like what is being reflected is actually at the bottom of the picture. But the reflection is all kind of wonky, right? How much of our time can we sometimes spend on looking at the reflection and focusing on the reflection and the wonkiness of the reflection, rather looking past the reflection and remembering that who and what we are is clear as day, is simple, is defined. This is what this picture represented for me. So that's why I chose it. So second paragraph, this is a call to self-reflect. Every single person we see and everything we see is an invitation to look closely within ourselves. Every interaction is a window or mirror through which we can learn. We cannot control anyone or anything outside of us. The work is only within ourselves. And so there are some contemplations that they give in every little chapter, or I guess every page that goes along with the card. And here are some invitations for you, as you go on with the rest of your day and week and so forth. How often do I look within and explore my own patterns? In what ways do I deflect from doing my own inner work? What do I avoid seeing or exploring within myself? And so just because we can, we're going to do a little exercise right now. Now, this is something that you might want to do in front of the mirror when you're at home on your own. But here what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to get comfortable and then close your eyes or lower your gaze. And as you do, I invite you to bring to your mind's eye someone that you find challenging. Someone could be in your life, could be a public figure, someone that you find challenging, and just bring that person to mind. Now, if this is someone who is in your life, or if it is someone who's in the public eye, I invite you to open up and become curious and observational about how it is they're responding, whether it's to you or to whatever's going on in the public. And now start to notice maybe the stories that you're telling about this person, the narrative that you've bought into with your attention. Become curious about your perceptions of this individual. And now I invite you to notice what you're feeling, even where you're feeling it in your body. And again, allow yourself the gift to pull away just enough to become more of an observer, becoming curious about what it is you're feeling and where, about any dissonance, dis-ease, or disconnect you have for this individual. And now I invite you to shift your attention and open up to how you might be able to soften your perceptions of this individual. What other story could you tell about this individual? How can you shift your experience of this challenging person so that you are more in alignment and in harmony with your true nature? Okay, so now you can just gently open your eyes. Just receive a big, deep breath in and release. So that was just maybe like 3 minutes of reflecting, right? But this is something that you can do from time to time, take more time to do it, and really lean in and open up to what it is that is coming forward, what it is that wants to be known, and how it is that you can respond differently. Because I know every day there is someone, whether it's like a little thing or a big thing, there is someone that can make us feel challenged. But ultimately, it's not up to them to change who they are or how it is that they're behaving. It's up to us to notice what it is that we can do in terms of how we relate to that individual or that situation. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So every moment, every interaction is an opportunity to pause, breathe, tune in, and reflect. To consciously choose to look beyond what's in front of our eyes and see the truth of one's soul. So to end, the power to reflect exists in every now moment. The point of power of my life is right here, right now, right? So my question to you is, are you using that power consciously or unconsciously? And you guys know what's coming next. As always, the choice is up to you. Thank you, and so it is. All right, so now it's time for some conscious conversation. So that means that you guys are going to pick up your chairs and turn them into little groups of 4 and talk for about 10 minutes on whatever it is that is coming up, whether it's the talk, the meditation, what's happened here tonight, something that is on your mind or on your heart. And groups of 4 are good because then everybody gets a chance to chat. I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. And so as people come back into the main formation, I'm going to ask anyone who had anything to do with today happening, Peter's already standing, please stand up. And you know what, Winnie, I'm going to get you to stand up because you are bringing people. So you stand on up. All right. Okay, musicians, Jamie, fantastic. Tambourine, always clean up, great. Okay, so there are some words on the screen, some beautiful words. Let's declare these to these people to show them how much we appreciate and love them. We appreciate you, we love you, we see ourselves reflected in you. All right, if you're here for the first time, stand on up, please. Everyone else stay standing. All right, fantastic. Same drill for these guys. We appreciate you. We love you. We see ourselves reflected in you. And now everybody stand on up so we can all get loved up. Here we go. We appreciate you. We love you. We see ourselves reflected in you. And for this next one, I actually created a slide. You're going to find one person. You're going to look them in the eye, and you're going to tell them this. Okay, so find your person. Find your person. Everybody have a person? All right, here we go. I appreciate you. I love you. I see myself reflected in you. Thank you. Give yourselves a hand. Hug it out if you feel like it. And you can sit back down as we keep the appreciation growing. All right. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go. You can sit down together. All right. So now is the time for you to reflect. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling uplifted? Are you feeling happier? Are you feeling lighter? Are you feeling more energized than you did when you walked in? If so, this is an opportunity to share some of that upliftment, some of that generosity of spirit. Okay, there is a silver bowl on the table at the back there. There are some sheets there that you can fill out if you're doing an e-transfer or a credit card donation, or there are envelopes that you can stick some cash into. However it is that you are offering your generosity of spirit, let us declare this abundance affirmation together with some major enthusiasm, okay? This is all about giving. Here we go. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so let us close our eyes or lower our gaze, whatever it is that feels good in this moment, feeling the appreciation, appreciating the gratitude flowing and unfolding from one moment to the next. What an absolute gift it is to be right here, right now, in this brand spanking new moment, knowing that it is the point of power. And so for every single point of power, I am eternally grateful, knowing that in that point of power, I am choosing. I am choosing to be more of my authentic self. I am choosing to express more meaningfully, joyfully, purposefully, lovingly, knowing that there is that in each and every individual present, in each and every individual online that is watching now, that is watching later, that has that same divine energy, that incredible, amazing beauty, harmony, wisdom, joy, creativity, that incredible, amazing consciousness that is forever expressing in, through, and as everyone and everything, that is what is happening right here, right now, and every moment of every day, every time we come together. So for the infinite possibilities of who we can become, knowing that every single time that we give, what we give goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless, I'm so grateful for all that is being shared right here, right now, knowing that there is always more to come. So for all the love that is present, for all the love that is on its way, I simply say thank you, thank you, thank you, and so it is. Okay, so I'm going to ask everyone to stand on up. We're going to rock it out, 80s style. Here we go. Sing it loud and sing it proud. Wait, what's that? Sing it like you mean it. All right, come on, get your Huey Lewis on. Back to the Future, the sports album, 1983. Okay. And you can dance it out too, but you gotta sing. everyone. Bless your neighbor for the week. Don't take money, don't take me. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's tougher than diamonds and stronger than steel. You won't feel nothing till you feel. You feel the power of love. That's the power of love. You feel the power of love. You feel the power of love. You feel the power of love. Woo! The Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on the piano, Peter Dowse on the electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr on the drums. VTC Community Choir in the seats. Thank you so much for joining us at Elevate tonight. Whether you are here in person or online, we love you, we appreciate you, we're so glad you're here. We'll see you next week.